That's it. That could be an intro.
Nice.
I mean,
That's perfect. I started recording, so I recorded that.
Yeah. So now we just got to put some words to it. Guidos are like a pizza. Like spaghetti every day.
Nice.
All right.
We'll work on it.
Yeah.
We'll work on it.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet.
First time, icebreaker.
Calm down.
So yeah, we'll have to think of a theme song.
Yeah, that sounds
something like with.
We'll write a short few sentences.
Yeah,
Mike's told
we'll have
me
to all
that-
start wearing our wife beater tank tops. I'll have to buy some.
Mike's told me that most songs are like, what is it, 4 different chords, Mike? Or
3 or 4, either 3 or 4 chords. Like that was only 3 chords. That was 3.
There was an
Most
interesting
songs are only 3. And a lot of times 3 is in the chorus. A lot of times verses are only be 2 chords, just switching off between 2 chords. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you know 10 chords, you can play 500 songs easy.
Stop it. I watched an interesting TED talk on that. You know, everyone knows the 10,000 hours thing is for becoming, I guess, an expert.
Yeah.
But the guy was saying it only takes, let's say, 30 hours to gain a new skill good enough to like pass for just an average type of. And he decided he was going to take the guitar, and he did like he said it was like 4 chords. He just memorized those. And then he was able to do, at the end of the TED Talk, he did a whole thing of like Beatles, and it went all the way up to modern songs because everyone's using those same things. It's just a different variation. It was really good. It was a good, interesting TED Talk.
Yeah, no, I like TED. Ted's
I think there was I love
Have
TED
you seen
also.
the Procrastination Monkey one?
No, what's that about?
It's on TED. It's the most popular one on TED. You go to popular, you'll see the one about procrastination. It's the most popular TED Talk. It is hilarious, and it's good. It's about procrastination, and he's got these little cartoons that he does. He called the Procrastination Monkey and the Deadline Monster or something like that. It's very funny.
Nice.
Yeah.
I also
So you want to record 15 or 20 minutes on the AI stuff?
I was just about to mention.
We got
if you want to share your screen, if you got a cool little clip or something, we could even do that. But I think what I saw this week, I do like that tech spot. I know it's probably not the best tech news stuff, but I don't know, like that I sent you that. It was about those drones that can launch from basically anywhere. They don't need to take off. I don't think there's wheels on the thing. Doesn't need to take off and land.
Like a promo video. It didn't look like it was real.
Yeah, that was like a mock-up graphic, but then I saw, as I digged a little deeper, there is real footage of an actual vehicle, like, and it just goes like that, like it opens up like a clamshell, and then it takes off right from that thing, and then somehow it lands back on that. I didn't see the landing or anything. I did see, like, if they showed a real version of it. It's a real company that's building them. They said it was like 26 million, which is not very much for a military aircraft. But it's hard to, like Joe was saying, you can find articles both ways where they're saying, "Oh my, nothing's going to stop it. It's going to be terminated. It's going to be unstoppable. We better watch out." And then you can get the other one that says, "Look, you can't even get the sources correct or get simple things correct. You can defeat it quickly." So it's hard to tell.
I think, yeah. Well, even with I read just an article just today. It was on gaming, how the 2 big ones, EA, the ones who just put out Battlefield, EA and somebody else, that they're investing heavily in AI, but they're also having problems because some of their initial projects have been failures. So you got this double-edged sword where people see the promise on one side, but the reality is it's not reliable enough. Again, I love the analogy of Dragon Naturally Speaking. You ever familiar with that program?
Yeah.
So Dragon Naturally Speaking, speech recognition. They said it came out, and let's just say it was like 70 or 80% accurate. And it was only adopted by a small amount of people. But as they inched up the curve to higher and higher accuracy, it really started taking off after when it hit 96 to 97% accuracy. So from 80 to 9, but they released it every year. I mean, the program was on the market for like 15 years before it got really popular. And I think we are in something like that. It's a similar scenario. Everybody sees the promise, but it's just not there yet.
Yeah.
But I just saw like this one guy did a new song with AI, and it was a really catchy song that he did in like 15 minutes. And for that purpose, it was really good. So it didn't, but it wasn't predicated on an accuracy. It was about, if you want to get some good ideas, ChatGPT is really good to be using for those types of things. But if
There,
we're trying to, like you're saying, like it depends on the use application. Did Battlefield, like I heard that Walmart or was one of the big stores, they tried to use AI and they wanted the damn robot to go up and down the aisles to scan every freaking thing. And they they wanted to eat the whole elephant in one bite. Like if they had taken it in smaller chops, or so, if they did something that was a much easier and had gained a little success, and then possibly went from there. But it was a failed AI project because it didn't do
but
it.
you know, it's just so I don't know if we're recording or not, but there's another interesting corollary here. Remember the island of Dr. Moreau?
Yeah.
We're going to have, that was with biological engineering. We're going to have the same thing going on with this AI. People are going to unleash it, and it's going to kill somebody. It's going to kill somebody. I guarantee it. Because they're going to do it before it's ready, because that's what we do as humans. We can do it! And then we screw it up because we rush it out.
I know I saw that hour-long episode with Grok 4.0, and what's his name? Elon Musk was
Oh,
on it,
Elon Musk. Yeah.
and they were praising this as it was the smartest PhD. Ask it any question. Now I don't know where they came down. Now Elon Musk is obviously up there with intelligence, and yet is it all hype? Then was he like? Was he
Okay,
just
so
building
you
up the
got to remember
hype
who's
there?
Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk is a very smart guy. I'm not taking away from that. But just take full self-driving cars. He's been pitching that for more than a decade, as if it was going to come out in 3 weeks. For more than a decade.
You're about to get punished.
So remember, he's part salesman, part techie, and even part techie. You can't be a good techie in everything. His software skills aren't, I don't think, are as strong as his engineering skills. So, him talking about software, honestly, I don't trust him that much on it. And again, just take the full self-driving car example. He's been pitching that for a decade that it was around the corner.
Well, but isn't that the vehicle that goes around Arizona and everybody? There's a lot of people using that. What
That's
is it
Waymo.
called?
So that's
Oh,
Waymo.
oh,
So
it's different.
Waymo is using the LiDAR sensors, but Elon has said, and I don't know about this one, he has said, nope, you don't need LiDAR sensors. Eyes don't have LiDAR sensors, which is correct. And if the human can do it, cameras can do it. And I don't think that's a horrible thing, but he's using neural networks to try to determine, and neural networks, they're doing good, but they're not, it's a probabilistic thing. They're only what? I don't know what percentage he's up to in full self-driving. Is he up to 95% accuracy? 96, 97, 98? I don't know. He's getting there because they keep improving the hell out of it, but
Right,
he's not there yet.
I see.
Yeah.
So these articles were, Christian, you were mentioning one was about a drone, and
Yeah,
the
one
other
was
was about Skynet or something.
Well, no, just because from that movie, that's what they when the computers decide to kill us, they launch the nukes, and then they have before that they have those automated. She was saying like the stealth fighters, they had them doing it without pilots, and had like a 98% hit, and then they decided to allow it to take full control because it was so successful that. And then it decided to launch the nukes, and then Russia retaliated or whatever.
Right. You're talking about that's a lot of
Skynet.
Skynet.
Yeah, but like having these fully autonomous vehicles, that seems like Skynet to me. But they're saying that they're always going to have a human in the loop. But like Mike said, let's say some country like Iran or something, I don't know, somebody gets. Why would they care? They're not going to have a human in the loop. They're going to say kill as many people as possible. It doesn't matter. They're just going to have it kill.
Especially with something there, they're gonna just take a chance. What do they care? I mean,
Right.
it's gonna happen. They're already doing the experiments. Look at China. China, you know that they say there's a huge black market in China for organs. All the elite party members get any transplant they want immediately. You know what? They take them from the prisoners. They don't ask. They take whatever organ they want from the prisoners.
Wow.
So China would do this in a heartbeat.
Did you happen to ever get a chance to read that book? I think it was called Nexus. It's by the same guy who did Sapien, and he thinks that they're going to take over the world basically, and that we need a lot of regulation. You ever read Sapien? It's from that same guy.
I've heard about Sapien. I have not read it yet.
It was they both were really good.
Well, I actually want to do a lot more exploring on world models. I think world models are going to be a better way to do this. And what world models basically are, remember, so generative AI is it's just pattern generation. Remember, we started out with, in fact, this entire neural network field was on pattern recognition. And the reason why it wasn't that successful was because they didn't have enough data to feed the dang neural network. And there wasn't enough neurons. So that's all that they've done change-wise, pretty much, is they've added billions and millions of neurons to these neural networks, and they've trained it on billions of pages. So that's it. That's the entire thing. Now we've moved from, we got pattern recognition down. Generative AI is just pattern generation. So it's just pattern generation. That's what generative AI does. World models, but that's not the way the brain does it. What we do is we literally make up what they call mental models. And the cool thing is though, the interesting thing is we make up mental models in a split second at different levels of fidelity. So it's not one mental model of the world. We have literally hundreds of mental models, all different levels of fidelity based on the scenario. Think about it. You're driving a car. Your mind is already predicting with like a 3D simulation what the other people on the road will do. So you could be running 10 or 15 mental models in your head just to drive 15 minutes down the road. That's where I think now that if you look up world models, everybody's getting interested in it because they know that's the way we really do it in our head. What are you twitching out over there for?
I'm just waiting for the sex robots. I know when the sex robots come out, that's when
I'm definitely getting a sex robot. Well, it depends. I'm not going to mortgage my house for a sex robot. Okay. Actually,
we went from a world model.
You got three.
Wait a minute. Did you see they released a sports exoskeleton?
Oh, that foot thing from I thought it's like prototype, but by night was it?
No, they're selling it now. They have a hiking exoskeleton where you could strap it's only $1,000. You could strap the exoskeleton on and charge it up, strap it on, and you can go hiking like crazy on huge distances and it's already out there. $1,000, which is a pretty good price point.
I've seen it. It does, and it's got some good distance. It's got some good battery life. You can really do serious hiking, like way beyond the hiking of a normal hiker. And
especially though as we get older, so that means you could do serious hikes And if you get in trouble, you like turn it on superpower mode, boop. Oh, now I can get that last 10 feet, instead of falling and killing myself.
I think they showed examples. They were doing like 20, 30 plus miles and not having an issue. Like it was really good. And I know it's the one you're talking about because it was $1,000 also. And it just goes on the legs. It's like it's around the hip,
Yeah.
and it's a little sleek. It's not that bulky either.
I was just
Uh,
looking at a review. I think because exoskeletons, especially as we get older, exoskeletons are a big deal, and they already use them like crazy in Japan. I think exoskeletons is a really good technology. That has nothing to do with AI. That's just sort of robotics and battery life. So
well, but you're talking about like you see a lot of bikers. I can't tell you. It's probably 70 to 80% are now riding the bikes that just do it for you. Um, I
oh
don't know
right,
how that's called biking anymore. Like I'm out there and I'm like sweat speeding. My legs are in pain, and
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying to make the 10 miles, and the guy zooms by me like, oh, look at me. It's like, damn, dude. All right. I mean, and it's good for what it's good for. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to assist. I still
yeah. I
want to
don't
be
know
able
if
to
you
do
know,
that.
Rivian just came out with a new e-bike, but it was like 5 grand. I don't know what's special about it, but it looked
Well, you
pretty
can.
cool. Did you see
They
that one?
are, don't get me wrong. Well, I've looked at a lot of them. Christians looked at a lot of them. There's one that they do like 40, 50, 60 miles, but they're starting to crack down on the laws. It's only when they're going to crack down on the laws. Like 28 is supposed to be the limit between you needing a different license or not,
That's what I heard.
because it's getting a little silly. You have to realize we were on a hike. Brian was walking his dog, and the kid turned the corner on a bike doing about 30 or 40, and we almost had a major accident. It was only very fortunate that he like just barely threw it around the kid. Otherwise, the dog and him would have been pulled between. The kid would have got clotheslined, and he was so sorry. But it was this close. We averted. You have to be careful. In either respect, we've gone off track. I know we were talking about AI, and then we
Well,
had
one
a
other thing I
second.
want to bring about AI, just today, two totally separate articles. One article said AI is better at recognizing glaucoma than a human. Said AI wins. The same freaking thing on medical. AI is people listening to ChatGPT is causing more people to uselessly go into the ER. Same day, one saying AI wins, the other says AI loses. It's like, it's kind of at that. I think it's because you're at that point of it's like 80% there. So 80% there, if you're like you said, if you're in a use case where that 80% is a win, great. If you're in a use case where that 20% failure is really bad, you're in a lose situation. So that's where we're at. And we'll be there for this is kind of like the messy middle, right? So we're going to have, if you look at the hype curve, Gartner has a famous hype curve. It goes up, it comes down, and then it starts going up again. So we are in the roller coaster ride down phase where they call it like the trough of disillusionment. So people have had the hype, they drank the Kool-Aid, and now we're starting to see some of the negatives. So we're starting to go down to where we're saying, AI sucks, AI sucks. And then it's going to go into the trough, and then it's going to start coming out with regular, steady progress again. So we'll get there, but we got to shake through this trough of disillusionment. And it's probably going to be at least 2 or 3 years where people say, whoa, whoa, we need some more work here. Don't totally trust it. And then we'll be fine. That again, think about that. Every moron who is saying, oh my God, this is artificial general intelligence. It's Terminator. We're dead. Ridiculous. Not even close.
Right.
But I use it every single day. I use it in a fashion that assists me in accomplishing my job tasks. I used it to create a half arc in a program where it's generating the distances across it, and I was able to feed it into my, hydraulic program to analyze it. It would have taken me hours to generate this X and Y of the freaking arc. It generated me 24-inch pipe, 30-inch, 36, in minutes. I saved hours and hours of work, and I could give you 10 to 20 examples a week that I do use it for.
I'm with you. Like you said,
Like
but
Mike,
80%, right? So 80%, if it's in your use case, it's good.
or you can have
I'm
it,
in the same boat. I use it every day.
or you can create a program with it, and that program is 100%. Because every time you run the program that it created, you're getting 100% of the same.
So it's an interesting question. Let's take that example. Program generation. If you're generating something that's fairly simple, less than say 5,000 lines of code, it's gonna nail it. But if you take that program and now it gets up into the 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 lines of code, it starts really struggling. So if it's less than 2,000 lines, it's going to nail it. Once it starts getting more complex, you start chasing rabbit holes. It starts become more hassle than it's worth. Not to mention, you get idiots who start saying, oh, let's not hire junior developers anymore because it can do everything a junior developer can. Or you get people who say, look at how many companies there are pitching. You can be a developer in 5 minutes. Yes, as long as your program is less than 3,000 lines of code, which almost no serious program is.
Right.
So again, it looks good initially, but once you really dig into a no-nonsense project, it starts falling apart.
Interesting. Yeah.
And I think, again, that's part of the Kool-Aid. You can get really excited with small examples, and then you kind of get sucked in, you pay your money, and then you get buyer's remorse because then you try something serious on it, and it falls.
Right. Yeah. But it will improve. Like we said, they're pumping so much money into it. Who are we kidding? I mean,
I do, and I think that's part of the cool thing. They are pumping a ton of money in, and let's face it, you're also going to start looking at different solutions for its weaknesses, and that's what they should do. Now it's interesting. Now look at what OpenAI is doing. OpenAI announced a bunch of things. Oh, they're going to allow sex chats, and
no, I heard. Are you sure about that?
yeah.
I heard no.
Well,
So
they may be flip flopping. Like 1 week ago, they said Altman said he was going to do it. He's going to allow adult chats.
Chris,
But
can you check that?
that they're going to release a songwriting thing, a songwriting.
That's interesting. I heard the music one.
Yeah, the music one was just
Like they should. Why not have sex chat? I mean, what is it? What's the?
Oh, I don't care. What I think it shows is that when you
says erotica is coming to ChatGPT this year. Says CEO Sam On.
What that shows though is when the tool is 80% good, and it's like battery life. Remember how they were talking about how the really hard part of batteries is not the first 80%, it's the last 20%. Same thing. Can they get LLMs to get that 20% gap? Maybe, but it's going to cost a ton of money and a ton of research. Instead of that, let's just see how much more you can exploit the 80% with other uses. And that's what OpenAI is doing. He's just expanding the field of what that 80% can do. You want to talk sex? Great. We'll talk sex.
When you use AI, ChatGPT, is everything open to the public or is it not?
Well, there's temporary chats. No, it's not initially open to the public at all. It's just you and the chatbot.
No, so like when we do a conversation, Mike, and we're doing something on vibe coding.
Yeah.
When you're done, is that conversation that you can go back to?
Yeah.
Can anybody on the net go to your? It's your personal.
No, they have to. It's on your account. Only if OpenAI gets hacked will it be released. But no, it's your account. It's private.
Okay. I was just curious. I was just wondering because again, if I'm going to start talking sexually and have that sex bot over, I don't want the world to know. Oh, come on. Just give me
Oh,
the
come
robot
on. You know
already.
you're going to try it. He's going to
Give
be,
me the robot
he'll be like,
already.
no, I'm not going to do it. I am not going to. All right, I'm doing it.
And I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, guys. All right, that's inappropriate. Can't cross that out. Take that last scene
No
out.
crossing out.
We're
There's
at a.
no crossing out.
Is that a good stop point? Are we
Yeah,
gonna
it's a
do
good stop. Let's stop it.
Generation X? Are we Generation X?
Put your face in there.
Well, that was still good. I'm gonna go out
All
back
right,
and do
just-
work.